Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is JB. Welcome back to the All Things Mechanical YouTube channel, where today, as you probably gathered from the thumbnail in this video, I have some somber news to share. And this is not a recent event, but it's something that has affected me pretty drastically over the last couple of months. As you guys probably know if you've followed the channel for any length of time, my mom was first diagnosed with ovarian cancer and lymphoma back in 2010, summer of 2010. I was actually about a month away from graduating from the police academy when she called me right around my birthday in 2010 and said that she was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer and stage 4 lymphoma, and the doctors gave her 6 months to live. And after a major surgery and several absolutely brutal rounds of really aggressive chemotherapy, instead of being dead in 6 months, she had completely beaten that cancer and had remained cancer-free up until November of 2021. And I did put out a couple of videos. I think it was January of 22, I believe. The Cancer Sucks series of videos, where she was at that time diagnosed with cholangiocarcinoma, which is a very, very aggressive bile duct cancer. And your bile ducts are obviously in your liver. It was touch and go for a long time. Again, she was given 6 months to live, but she fought and she fought and she fought and continued with just absolutely brutal chemotherapy and radiation, and survived another just horrendously massive surgery. And believe it or not, she actually beat that cancer too. A cancer with a 2 to 5% survival rate within the first year. And she beat the cancer. Unfortunately, the collateral damage to her body ended up being too much in the end. Back in July, she had been living for, ever since she was basically deemed cancer-free, she had been living with severely compromised liver function, which comes with its own set of problems. I mean, her body was retaining huge amounts of fluid that had to be drained periodically. It was really affecting her quality of life, and I think she was surviving with about 40% of her, liver functioning properly. And that was just a function of not only the damage from the cancer, but also the damage from the chemotherapy and the radiation. The cure can sometimes be a killer, and unfortunately, that's the situation that we found ourselves in. And then, back in July, very, very, very quickly, very suddenly, her liver function dropped from about 40% to 3%. And when that happens, your body cannot filter anything out of your blood. It puts all of the remaining stress of that process onto your kidneys. And essentially what happened was she went into acute liver failure almost overnight, within a couple of days. So she went from being decently okay 1 week to complete and total liver failure the next. And that put a tremendous amount of strain on her kidneys, and that put her into renal failure. And because of my mom's age, and the fact that she used to be a smoker, and the fact that she already had cancer multiple times, she was not eligible for any kind of transplant or anything like that for her liver. And we ended up having no other choice but to put her in hospice care. And within about 3 weeks of being in hospice, she passed away on August 5th of this year. And I am still processing that. It doesn't seem real. I find myself every day wanting to call my mom or text my mom or tell her something funny that my kids have done, or share some new development with her, and I literally pick up my phone and then realize there's not going to be anyone on the other end of it. And that has been very, very hard for me to process, as it is with anyone. We all have to lose our parents at some point. I'm 41 years old. My mom is only 68. I feel very blessed to have gotten 41 years with my mom, because I know that's more than a lot of people get. But I also know that there are a lot of people out there whose parents are in their 90s and still going strong. And so it's hard for me to reconcile all that. You take all of those extraneous circumstances and then you try to filter that and factor that with everyone else's circumstances, and it doesn't seem fair, but it is what it is. That's life, and we have to deal with life as it comes at us. And it's not about being fair. It's about taking your own circumstances and making the best of the time that you have. And I feel like we did that. I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed to have a job that allows me to travel and take my work with me wherever I go. So I got to go out to Ohio for a couple of weeks and see my mom every day while she was in hospice, along with my wife and all three of my kids. We all went out there for a little over 2 weeks and put our lives on hold. My in-laws here stepped up and took care of our animals while we were away, and we didn't have to worry about any of that. So I'm very blessed in the fact that not only were we able to afford to make that trip, but we had people on the home end here in the Salt Lake area that were willing to step up and help us out. And we got to spend some really good time with my mom. Well, she was obviously not feeling all that great, but she was lucid and she was coherent, and we were able to talk to her, and it was good. It was a good couple of weeks to spend with her. And then, life caught up to us, and we couldn't stay out there anymore. I had to get back. We had to get back to our animals and stuff, because everyone else was, they put up a lot for us while we were away, but it came time for us to have to go back. We were home for about a week, and then my sister called me on Sunday, August 4th, and said, JB, you need to get back out here. Mom's fading really fast. So I booked a plane ticket on Delta the following morning. Just a one-way. It was going to be a one-way ticket, and then my wife and kids were going to drive out and meet me out there, and we were all going to drive home. But 15 minutes after I booked that plane ticket, my Aunt Kate called me and told me that my mom had passed away. So it was a non-refundable ticket, but, Delta, God bless those people. For as much as people want to talk smack about Delta, I had to wait on hold for about 2 hours because that whole thing that happened back in the end of July where, that software bug crashed a whole bunch of systems and a bunch of flights got delayed or canceled or whatever. Their customer service queue is insane. But actually, I ended up getting a hold of somebody on the phone. I said, look, this is my confirmation number. I literally just booked this flight. I understand it's a non-refundable ticket, but is there anything you guys can do? And the lady on the phone, I told her what was going on, and she says, here's your cancellation number. No worries. Don't worry about it. We got you. And they refunded everything immediately, and it wasn't even an issue. So we packed up and we drove out, and we were out in Ohio for another week to be with family and, attend my mom's services and everything, and that was good to see everybody. But it's been surreal. It really has. So if you are curious as to what's been going on with me and why I've basically disappeared off the face of the planet, that's why. I have some videos in the queue that I really need to get put out there. I have some stuff going all the way back to, I think, April or May that I've been filming kind of slowly and trying to get through the editing on. I actually have a sponsored video that I was supposed to put out a couple months ago. And graciously, the sponsors for that product have not come after me for not doing my end of it. So that'll be coming soon. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a quick update as to what's going on. I know this is just a talking video, but that picture, that painting you see right behind me, that's the painting that my mom painted for me for my 40th birthday last April. And then my Aunt Cindy framed that for me in museum grade glass and framing. She owns a frame shop out in Findlay, Ohio. So if you ever have any framing needs in the Northwest Ohio area, Reich's Frame Shop is the name of the shop, and my aunt's name is Cindy Vandervlucht. You can talk to her and she'll get you squared away. She doesn't like doing anything that involves shipping because it's way too easy to, have frames and glass break in shipping. So she likes to do everything in-house and hand it to you. But if you are in the area and you have any needs at all regarding framing of anything, any shape or size, my Aunt Cindy will take care of you. Tell her I told you to go see her. Shameless plug for my family's business back in Ohio. But yeah, that's really it, guys. I just wanted to let you know that's what's been going on, and it's not easy going through the process of losing your parents, or a parent. My dad is still alive and kicking down in Florida, but it's something that we all have to go through. It happened to me and my sister a little sooner than we wanted it to, obviously, but my mom, when she passed away from the collateral damage to her liver and her kidneys. She did not pass away from cancer. Her body was cancer-free when she died. And I'm going to take that with me as something to put in the win column. So, anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. Sorry, this is kind of a downer of a video, but, you know, it is what it is. That's life for you. So, Mom, I love you. I will love you till the day I die, and I look forward to the day that I get to see you again and give you a great big hug. So, anyway, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. You know, take care of yourselves. Hug your mom and your dad while you still have the opportunity. It's important. If you have a strained relationship with your parents, I encourage you to do everything you can to make amends and get back to a good place. Because once they're gone, and there's no bringing them back. So, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate all of you. Be safe. Have fun. Take care. And we'll catch you very soon. I got some videos coming. So, thanks, guys. See ya.